Hey everyone, thank you for watching, and today's video is going to be a new Will I Buy It. I post my Will I Buy It videos every single Wednesday where I'm talking over new makeup releases and chatting through if I'm planning to pick them up or pass over them. I do have a lot to chat about this week. Last week was my collab video with Georgia and Ashley. I'll have that linked down below, and since there was 3 of us giving our opinions on new makeup releases, we couldn't do quite as many as we wanted to do. Otherwise that video probably would have been over an hour. But if you missed that one, I'll have it linked. I do also have the community Will I Buy It playlist, so if you enjoy videos like this, I created the community Will I Buy It list, so any creators who do make this style of video, they can add their videos to it. So I will also have that listed down below in case you want to binge watch some of these videos, maybe find some new creators that also do this style of video. But why don't we go ahead and jump into it. I got some tags on a new release from GlamGlow. So this is some skincare. It's called the Star Potion Liquid Charcoal Clarifying Oil. It seemed really interesting to me. It seemed kind of like unique, so I was interested once I started getting some tags. I'm reading from Trendmood's Instagram, Trendmood1, so I will have her Instagram page listed down below. And it says, this powerful liquid charcoal oil clarifies the complexion and protects skin from pollution and antioxidants. It has 2 types of charcoal, turmeric and aloe vera. It has salicylic acid, vitamin C. It transforms from black to clear to smooth and protect. You're supposed to use it day or night or after any mask treatment, and it's $54. So it looks like it comes in like a little dropper form. I have to say, I was intrigued by this just because I feel like I haven't really seen a lot out there on the market like this, and just reading it, I was like, what is this? I don't know. It definitely caught my attention. Now it's $54, that's pretty pricey, and I'm not someone who's super loyal to GlamGlow. I felt like a couple of years ago when they were getting a lot of hype around them, especially, you know, with their little masks in a jar, like I was purchasing them, I was, you know, getting samples of them and trying them out, and nothing just really like blew me away or like sold me really on the brand. And I kind of just think it's overpriced for what you're getting, and there's so many other skincare products that I'm really loyal to and skincare brands that I'm really loyal to, and GlamGlow just isn't one of them for me. I might watch some reviews of this one though, and if people are saying that it is really amazing and it does all these great things that it says it's going to do, maybe I would try it out. But $54 is still a lot of money, and I'm not sure I'm like fully sold on it, but it's interesting. You'll have to let us know if you're planning to try that one out. Okay, so Pat McGrath is coming out with a new eyeshadow palette. This is a new mothership palette. It is called Bronze Seduction. I got quite a few tags on this one. So I have never tried a Pat McGrath eyeshadow palette. Sneak peek to my Sephora haul, I did pick up a lip color from Pat McGrath. It's going to be my first Pat McGrath product that I'm trying, so I'm pretty excited about that. I'm just waiting for my Sephora box to get in here, and then I will be doing my haul, so stay tuned. It says that there are rose golds in here, crimson, metallic bronzes, mesmerizing mattes, again reading from Trendmood. It's supposed to be available September 7th. It's my wedding anniversary, and it is going to be $125. $125 at this moment in my life. I can't spend that much money on an eyeshadow palette. I know a lot of people can. I know a lot of people can justify it any other way that they can. Like I can justify things to myself too, but for right now, I just can't with a $125 eyeshadow palette. I haven't been able to do it for Natasha Denona. I'm not gonna be able to do it for Pat McGrath. That's just too high for me. It's something that just makes me a little bit uncomfortable for me personally. I'm that person that can spend, you know, over $30 on a lipstick, and some people can't do that, but they can spend, you know, higher prices on an eyeshadow palette. It's all our personal preference, and it's all our money, so no one should tell you how to spend your own money, especially when it comes to makeup and something that's maybe supposed to be a little bit more fun, or, you know, things like that. So I just can't do it. The eyeshadow palette looks very pretty, don't get me wrong. The swatches look very beautiful, but I don't feel like I need to spend $125 on it. And especially, I'm a little bit burned out on eyeshadow palettes right now. I've been saying that in the past couple Will I Buy It videos, and I definitely am. So I'm gonna skip over that one. It looks beautiful, but that's just a no-go for me, man. And then we have, oh yes, I apologize for my voice. I have really bad allergies, and I am not so patiently waiting for my allergy shot. I can't get it for another week, so I'm just kind of luxuriating in sniffles and the watery eyes. So we have some new releases from TheBalm. So they're coming out with new palettes. These are Alternative Rock Volume 1, Alternative Rock Volume 2. These are face palettes. They include 6 eyeshadows, a bronzer, a blush, and a highlighter, and they are going to be $27.50 each. They're going to be available August 21st, so they should already be available. Okay, These look super cute, and I love face palettes like this. Like I'm big fans of like eyeshadows, and then I love that we have a bronzer, blush, and highlight in each one. Like it's not just like a blush or like a bronzer. Like I love that we have all three because I feel like I would use this a lot. So I'm pretty interested in this. I don't know which one though, because of volume 1, I like some of those eyeshadow shades, but volume 2, I feel like just looking at the photos and the swatches, I feel like maybe that would be more my skin tone for the face palette side. I don't know, I can't really tell though. I'm hoping maybe some people got this in PR and maybe I'll see some reviews coming up and see what people say, but I really like a lot of products from TheBalm. I do like their eyeshadows. Obviously, like I love Mary Lou. I have the Frat Boy blush. I love their contour powders and bronzing powders that they just came out with. I use the 2 lightest shades all of the time. I especially love the contour in there. So I'm pretty excited about this one. $27.50 I don't think is too bad. And I just feel like I could see myself getting a lot of use out of this one. So I'm considering that one. Okay, also we have the latest lipstick from Bite Beauty is coming out. So they've been doing their astrology collection, and they've been putting out a lipstick that is supposed to pair with that, you know, astrology sign. And the next one up here is Virgo. So this is a grapey red. It's part of the Amuse Bouche lipstick line. It's $26. These are limited edition. It's the Aries, which has me so upset. I feel like Aries sold out so fast, and not a lot of other lip colors I feel like sold out as quickly as the Aries did. And I'm like, why did that one sell out so quickly? Because to me it wasn't even a color I really wanted. I just really wanted that freaking lipstick with the Aries symbol on it. I don't even know where my tattoos are. I got the Aries tattoo, my dog's name is Aries. Like, I really want that lipstick, man. But they are limited edition, so if you're interested, just so you know, once it's gone, it's gone. It says it'll be available to pre-order August 20th on their website, and then it's going to be online exclusively at Sephora. This is a really beautiful shade. I think if you're really into this type of red lips, it looks gorgeous. It looks really nice for fall. It looks like a really nice color. I don't think I'm going to get it because, guys, my haul that's coming up, I have my Sephora VIB haul, and then I also have an Ulta haul that I'll include in there too because they were having the 10 times points. I bought so many lip products. It is ridiculous. Like, I'm actually a little bit embarrassed by this haul that I haven't even filmed yet, but I bought a lot of lip products in there, so I think I can go ahead and pass over this one. But the color really gave me a double take, and I don't even wear red or darker lips a lot, but I was like, dang, that looks like a nice color. So I don't know, you have to let us know if you're a Virgo, if you're interested in picking that one up, or if you just want to get it just because you like the color. So I saw some interesting news, some makeup news that came out, and I guess, I don't know, can we consider this my ColourPop section? Because now I'm trying to think of all the screenshots I had. I don't know if I have any ColourPop in here this week, but Seed Beauty founders of ColourPop are launching a new skincare brand, and this is called Fourth Ray Beauty. So the founders of ColourPop are now creating their own skincare line. It's completely separate from ColourPop from what I understand, but Fourth Ray Beauty has some skincare products that they're launching with. They have cleansing oils, AM to PM gel cleanser, a clarifying tonic, a lightweight hydrator, a later hater spot treatment. You can buy certain things in bundles, but the skincare looks like individually to be from $10 to $14, so that's pretty affordable, I think. So that's pretty awesome. It says the line is wellness and self-care inspired. It says that it relies on natural ingredients. It's 100% cruelty-free and vegan. It's going to be available August 23rd, and I think I'm just seeing it that it's going to be available on the Fourth Ray Beauty website. So I think that's really interesting. I know Tarte kind of recently did this as well. So, you know, we have Tarte Cosmetics, and then they created, like the founders of Tarte or something like that, they created this skincare line. I can't remember off the top of my head what it's called, but that's interesting. So then seeing this from ColourPop, I'm like, I like that the prices are more affordable. The packaging looks nice, nothing like too fancy or too overboard. But again, I like that the prices are down there. I'd actually be interested in trying some of these. I just don't know when, because I've also said this recently too, like skincare is one thing that you just really can't overload yourself with too much skincare, because that's just not how skincare is supposed to work. Like, you should have your routines and your favorite products and all of that, but I like being able to try new things every once in a while. So I think that I'm gonna keep my eye on this one. Again, I think hearing some reviews will probably help as well, and just see what people are thinking about it. But I think that's pretty neat, so I'm pretty interested in that. You'll have to let us know. Were you surprised to see that news? Are you interested in trying it out? Do you think more brands are also going to venture into like a different part of beauty? I don't know. Interesting. Okay, we also have some more new lip products here. These are from Melt Cosmetics. So they're coming out with the Role Play Ultra Matte Lipsticks in 5 different shades. They're going to be $19 each, or you can get all 5 in a bundle for $50. And these look to be like the bullet matte lipsticks, and it says ultra matte. So I kind of know right away that I don't think that these are going to be for me. I like liquid matte lipsticks. I do not really enjoy matte bullet lipsticks. There's been a lot of them that I tried. Anastasia, Morphe just came out with new ones, and I just cannot get into them. And especially when it says ultra matte, I just feel like it would be really hard. Like, the issue that I have with bullet matte lipsticks is I feel like they're not very creamy to apply to the lips. They can get kind of skippy on me. It's hard to just kind of like fill everything in. I feel like I have to use a lip liner when I use a bullet matte lipstick, and it just is like, what? No. I'd rather just stick with my liquid matte lips if I want the matte lip look. So these I'm not super interested in. $19, you know, it's a little bit higher as well, but for that reason, I just don't think that I would get on with the formula. So I'm gonna pass over that one. So I got quite a few tags on the new Tarte blush book that's coming out. So it's pretty crazy. The holiday releases are gonna start coming out. I might do something similar to what I did last year, where maybe my Will I Buy It's is all focused on holiday one time. Let me know if you would like that, or if you think you would rather see something different, because I think last year I did it separately from the Will I Buy It's. I kept my Will I Buy It's on Wednesday, and then I did, like, maybe it was like Sunday or something, I did a holiday focused one. So let me know if you'd want to see it broken up, or if you just want everything all together, you don't want holiday releases separately. Let me know what you think about that. But I did get quite a few tags on this one here from Tarte. So they are coming out with a new blush book. It looks like a notebook. The packaging is super cute on it, I'll say. So it looks like a notebook. It's $44. You have 8 blushes, 1 bronzer, and 1 highlight. And I'll say that I like that they switched up the packaging, because I did have one of their blush books and it was in like a big wheel. I did go on to declutter that in my last blush palette declutter or face palette declutter. Just the packaging on it is kind of harder, and it was like big and bulky and just kind of hard to store and take with you and all of that. So I like that they've switched up their packaging to something a little bit sleeker. So I'm not gonna lie, when I saw this release come out, I didn't right away connect that it was their holiday release, even though I know Tarte does their big blush books around the holiday time. I thought it was like a back to school geared thing, because we're in the back to school time, and just was like the notebook setting and some of the shade names in there. I was like, oh, okay, they're doing something with back to school, but apparently this is one of their holiday releases, so that's interesting. I can't say that I'm interested in picking it up. Tarte has kind of let me down recently with some of their releases. I was returning so many things that I was buying from Tarte because like the quality wasn't there, other weird things that Tarte was doing, and I just wasn't impressed with a lot of their products. Like I said, I did just declutter the blush book from the last holiday season. I'm pretty sure it was the Big Blush Book 3. I like the idea and I like the concept behind them, but I found myself just not reaching for it a ton, because I'm just someone who doesn't need a giant blush book like that. I gravitate more towards my singles, of course, but also just to like duos and things like that. I just don't need one big giant blush book. And I know I like that they have a bronzer in it this time, because I feel like maybe that's a newer thing, because I know the one that I had was blushes and then 1 highlight, but I don't know, sometimes it just is getting a little bit repetitive for me, but I can also see a market for it. I know there's people who are going to be really excited for it. It could be a really nice gift, you know, things like that for the holiday time. But for me personally, I just didn't get enough use out of the other Tarte blush book that I had, so I don't see myself getting a lot of use out of this one. And again, like I said, I returned a lot of items in a very short amount of time frame from Tarte, and that let me know you need to go on a little break. I've done the same thing with Too Faced. We're back on. Tarte and I, we're just on a break right now, so that's okay. Sometimes that happens. Next up, I know a lot of people were so excited about this, and it is that influencer Emily Noel, or Emily Noel 83. She has done a collaboration with Makeup Revolution. This was really so cool to see, because I don't know, maybe some of you might feel the same way I do, is that you kind of feel like it's the same people all of the time collaborating, and you're like, wow, there's so many other beauty influencers, beauty gurus, beauty bloggers, whatever you want to say. There is so many of us and so many talented people and people that work really hard. Like, why is it always the same people getting recognition? And I've been asked to make a video on like the beauty community and everything that's happening in it, and personally I wasn't really following along all that much. When Georgia was here last weekend, she kind of like filled me in a little bit, and I've been watching Peter Mon more recently, so I'm kind of understanding what's happening here. But I shared on Twitter the other day like a screenshot of what my watch later list looks like, and it had over 530 videos I think on there, because there are so many fantastic beauty influencers out there and so many good videos to watch on YouTube and people who really enjoy this, and that's fun for me to watch. So I'm not gonna make a video on that because I don't really know what I have to say, other than it seems to me that there's like 4 or 5 people involved in something really dramatic at this moment, and there is a plethora of other people to support and to watch and to root for and all of that. So I just got really inspired when I saw that someone knew someone who, you guys, I feel like you guys know what I'm trying to say here, but I was really, really excited to see something like this. And so a huge congratulations to Emily Noel. It's amazing. That's so awesome. And like I said, the collab is with Makeup Revolution, so huge congrats there. So it is the wants and the needs. So the wants is the eyeshadow palette. It's $20. It has 24 matte, satin, and shimmer shades. I love the shade names in there too. Like, so great. And then there's also the needs, like I said, which is a face palette, which is $15. It says it's a multitasking palette full of positivity, featuring personal shade names that mean something to Emily. So freaking cool. I just love that. So the one that I'm most interested in, you guys probably know, is the needs. I love the concept behind a face palette, a more versatile palette, a multitasking palette, like was said. I had just made my purchase on Ulta with the 10 times points days, and it was either the next day or the following day that this one came out, and it came to Ulta, and I was like, why? I just placed my order. But I'm still planning to pick up the needs palette as well. I'm probably going to do it this week, I think. So once I do, I'll definitely be doing a video on it. I'll include it in my collection. Like I said, for eyeshadow palettes, I'm just feeling a little bit burnt out right now, but I still wanted to be able to support in some way. So I love that there was 2 items in here, and you can pick or choose, or you can pick up both ones. But the face palette to me is definitely calling to me. It's only $15, which I think is amazing. And again, I'm just really, really, really excited to see this collaboration. I hope more brands just venture out a little bit. There's so many people out there and so many great and wonderful influencers, and you know, people who don't bring such toxicity to the beauty community. It's been horrible. I logged onto my Snapchat the other day, and there was like one of those like news article thingies that now pop up on your Snapchat, and it was all about like what's been happening, and I'm just like, oh goodness. It was just, I don't know. The people, for whatever reason, think it's like better to focus on the negativity. I've talked about this in the past about like, will I really make it on YouTube? Because I'm more of like a positive Polly, if you will. But I think it's really cool to see something like this. I think it's a really awesome step in the right direction. Okay, I've been talking about this for a while. Let's move on. But you'll have to let us know. Did you guys get that one? I feel like a lot of people are really excited over it. So really, really cool news. Okay, so Farsali is coming out with a new product. This is the Skintune Blur. It's a hybrid primer serum that softly blurs the skin, reduces the appearance of pores and imperfections, and leaves a brightened and blurred effect. It's supposed to have a lightweight formula. It's going to be available September 6th. I don't see a price on this one here. This is another one where I'll probably check out the reviews first. I do have the Farsali Rose Gold Elixir, and I do like it. That was definitely like a YouTube, Instagram, made me buy it purchase, but I actually like it. I especially use it a ton in the winter when I have more dry skin. I use that one so often, so I know that I like that product. That one I think was $54, so I'm wondering if this one will be kind of the same. So I'm interested that it's like the hybrid primer serum, and you know, all the different things that it says it's gonna do, but it's not something that I'm gonna like run out and grab right away, but I'd be interested in checking out what people say about it. So that's an interesting release. Okay. So Morphe Brushes is coming out with another collaboration with Jaclyn Hill. This is a brush collection, or there's a couple different collections in here. So you can either get the Master Collection, which is $165, and it has 24 eye and face brushes plus a silver hard case. The Face Master Collection, which is $58, you get 5 complexion brushes and a silver bag. Or the Eye Master Collection, $42, and includes 8 custom eye brushes and a silver bag. And the brushes are not sold separately. So this is going to be available August 28th. I looked at this one pretty closely because I was like, I love makeup brushes. Like, makeup brushes just have this strange pull over me. I don't know what it is, but I can get really excited about them. So I looked pretty closely at this. I think what bums me out is that you can't buy the brushes separately, and I think that's what I would want. I see some face brushes I want, I see some eye brushes I want, but I don't want everything. So right off the bat, the master collection with everything, I know that I don't want. The other collections, I don't think I'm gonna do it because I just want to pick and choose my own brushes, you know? That's just the way I am, and I just would feel kind of bad. I don't feel like 58 and 42 is like the most expensive. I'm not sure if this is coming into Ulta, or if this is just going to be a Morphe website thing, but at this time, I think that I would go ahead and pass over it just because I would want to be able to pick my own brushes. So that's where I'm at right now. I like that you also get, you know, a bag or a hard case or things like that in it. I think that's nice. And again, it's not the most expensive collection. You know, I buy Sigma brushes, I buy their collections, and they are very pricey, and a lot of times for even less brushes that you're getting in here. But I also think the Sigma brushes are better quality than Morphe, so sometimes I don't mind paying the higher price because I know my brushes are gonna last longer. I've never had to throw away a Sigma brush. I have had to throw away certain Morphe brushes in the past because they just simply don't last as long. Thinking though, were you surprised to see another Jaclyn Hill collab? I was. I don't know. Again, it would be really cool to see other influencers maybe, you know, grabbing brands' attentions every once in a while. I don't know. That's all. Okay, so moving on. So Tarte, she is a very well-known influencer here on YouTube. She has her own beauty brand, which is called Halo Beauty. They are coming out with a new product. This is called Halo Kiwi. So this is a kiwi seed skin booster. You get a 30-day supply for $29.95. It says 1 supplement a day for radiant glowing skin. The claims on this one is that it minimizes fine lines of wrinkles, it supports collagen and keratin production, it supports a clear and radiant complexion, supports a natural moisture barrier for firm, hydrated, and rejuvenated skin. Okay, so there was so much controversy when the Halo Beauty first launched with the pills that are the pink ones. There was so much controversy. I think people really wanted Tarte to launch more of like makeup items, and people were just really thrown off by the supplements. I tried not to really get too invested in it because I actually don't follow Tarte. I do watch a lot of like smaller channels, and there's just so many people that I consider my friends in the YouTube community, and I really try to watch their videos, watch them quickly, support, comment, you know, all of that good stuff. And I've definitely noticed that I just can't connect as well with some of the other bigger YouTubers out there. And one thing that I love about YouTube is finding people that I can relate to, and sometimes you just kind of can't relate as much. So it's nothing against Tarte. I don't like dislike her. I just am not like an avid, you know. But there was a lot of controversy around the first release, and I haven't heard as much around the second release yet. Maybe those videos are still coming. I hope that they're not, because that got like really weird for a while. But I'm intrigued that she's releasing more supplements because I don't know, I just kind of really thought maybe it would go in a different direction. This has probably been planned out for a very long time, I'm assuming. You know, it's not like just like last week she's like, let's do another supplement, you know? So I'm sure this has been in the works for a while. I guess the thing that kind of like threw me off when I was reading about it is I was like, wasn't that what their first supplement was supposed to be like? And I mean, I'm sure that they have, you know, their differences and the ingredients are probably different, but it just sounds so similar to the first one that I'm like, I don't really know if I understand the difference. And then does she want you to take this and the other supplement? Which the other one, I think, weren't you supposed to take 2 a day or something like that? I don't know. I'm also not a big supplement person myself. I think that's a very personal thing as well, and something to, you know, make sure you're looking at the ingredients. If you have any questions, if you're on other medications and you're not sure, like, things will mix, to ask the doctor and all of that. So, you know, I think that's a very personal thing when we're not just talking about makeup you're putting on your face, but you're talking about something that you're actually going to ingest into your system. Very personal. So, I'm going to skip over that, but I guess my biggest thing with this release is that it sounded really similar to the last one, so I don't know. What do you guys think about this one? Were you surprised that it was once again another kind of supplement? Are you kind of on the same wavelength as me, as like, well then what's the difference between these two? Did you get the first release? Did you notice any differences? Like, I saw so many like controversial videos, you know, about people kind of like bringing it down when it first came out, but I feel like I didn't see a ton of follow-ups. Like, I can remember watching 2 follow-up videos, and it was both when like the people couldn't really say for sure yet because it had only been like 2 weeks or something, but I don't know. It's just not my personal thing. I have a hard enough time taking an allergy pill every day because I just don't like doing that. I don't know. It's just a weird thing about me. Now you know. Okay, let's move on. Let me know what you think, but let's move on. So why does Mitch always call me during the Will I Buy It? I swear, every week he calls me because he knows I'm talking about makeup even if I want to buy it. Why does he do? That's amazing. Okay, this is just some makeup news. Natasha Denona is coming back with the Sunset palette. It's now going to be a permanent item. It was limited edition. It's now coming back. It's $129. So I'm just saying that as makeup news. Again, I won't be getting it because just like with the Pat McGrath, I just can't spend that much money on it. But are you super excited to see this? Or are you surprised that it was limited edition and now it's going to come back? You'll have to let us know. But yeah. Little makeup news for the week. So last one to talk about, I fear this is going to be a pretty long video, which I expected after last week, but Juvia's Place is coming out some new loose highlighters. So it looks like these are going to be $14. Now, I was really excited because I noticed that Juvia's Place was coming out with something new, so I was curious to see what it was. But loose highlighters are just like not my jam. I don't play with them a lot. I think that they're kind of messy, and I stick with my regular like pressed highlighters. Like cream highlights I don't use a lot, liquid highlights, loose highlights, just not something that I reach for a ton for myself. So I'm gonna go ahead and pass over the Juvia's Place loose highlighters, but I think a lot of people would be pretty interested in these. I know Juvia's Place is coming out with more lately. They're recently in Ulta Beauty, which is super exciting. So you have to let us know if you're planning to pick up a loose highlighter, but after that, that is gonna do it for this week's Will I Buy It video. All right guys, so that is everything for this week's video. Let me know what you thought of all of the products that I mentioned, which ones you're planning to pick up, which ones do not have your interest. I would love to know. As always, if you guys did enjoy this one, I hope that you'll give it a thumbs up. I hope that you'll also consider subscribing before you go, and I'll catch you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye.